Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I would like to share with you the playlist, the status of the current playlist. So it was actually planned to have 10 videos and until now we have 7 out of 10. So if you missed any of these episodes or you missed all of them, you could use the link that normally it will be in the description of this video or in the very first comment that is containing the timestamp of this session. Alright. So that was about the playlist, and in case you missed it, and in today's episode we'll be doing the rest of the work for our slider, which this is actually what we done in the previous episode. We updated our template, we talked a bit about the template relation and the extending system, and that it was actually a bit hard to understand, and hopefully I end up by explaining that with the example that we did with this component. And today's we'll be doing the styling that we could reach this kind of results. So our very first mission here, and this is the first thing to do, I would like to update these images. I would like to have the same exact image, maybe twice or 3 times, no problem. And in the purpose that I could get the same rendering, at least that I could start customizing my module. So we have to go to modules tab in the admin panel for sure and go to module manager. And from there, we try to go to the administration page of the home slider. This is a new module, this one actually. So this is taking a bit of time here. Fortunately, I'm on Windows and I still cannot stick with Linux for some media production purpose. So here you have to simply type your module name or search inside this list that you could find your module. So here I'll be looking for a slider that did not show up, but I could do slider here and it does show me I'm image slider. So go to config or configure depending on your language, and right there would be removing some images and updating others. So this is the classic page for the home slider. It's exactly the same as the 1.6 version. We start with the setting tab containing the speed of the transition as that kind of stuff. And we have here the 3 elements that would be 04, whatever number, actually the slides that will be displayed. So here I'll start by removing the 2 of them here, and I will only leave one slide that will containing this image. All right. So sorry for the latency, I cannot do anything about it. Okay, we did remove the second one and we have one remaining, which is simple one. Okay, then go to edit here and I'll be uploading the image that, as I said, this is simply the image that I will be uploading. Okay, come on. So here you go. Actually, we have multiple language you could update or upload, multiple version of the image, one for English, one for French, wherever your shop language. But here I will keep I'll keep things simple and I will upload only for the English. So this is my image here, and for sure you could upload whatever image you want to fit your need. So here I'll just remove this link because I don't like to unexpected click to take me somewhere out of my shop. Okay, so now he's actually uploading the image and we just wait for a second, and this is really bothering me a lot. Okay, so updating successful. Now if I go back to the front page and I do refresh, I should see the image, the new image, but it won't be really that beautiful. Don't worry, this is simply a cache, Control F5 as always. Holy crap. But what in the heck? Okay, so no problem. Actually, we have to upload the image also for the other language, because here it seems like I'm using the English version or French version, not sure. And I have to upload also the image for the, we have a couple of English. All right, so let's pick this one. There you go. So this is actually where does it came from, and selecting this, re-uploading the image, save that. Okay, come on. Okay, cool. Now for sure I will have the new image. And there we go. So we have the new image, we have the text ugly as doesn't look like anything, and we could start doing our mission. So start always by our inspector, and that will allow me to understand the elements and the components and all the kind of stuff. So here I could probably reduce a bit the size of this inspector, but I want that you could see what I'm doing here. So as always, using this selector tool and click somewhere on top of this element that I could say. So we have a global parent of this element, which is ID carousel, and inside it, it does have a new L that supposedly would be containing the list of items, or the images, or the slides actually. And at the bottom of it, or below it, we have direction, that is basically these arrows that I will be updating later. So the very first thing I would like to do here is to display the image full width. I do not want to have this truncated version of the image. So let's see how can we do that. So back to this element, and I'm looking for a property that it will be something like max height, sorry, or something like that. So I start by inspecting the parent, and using the filter here, I will do height here. So we have line height, we don't really care about that. For the body and the HTML, we could move to the UL, and from there we have this height is set to 340. So by checking that, look what happened. The image or the height of the slider does expand to fit the height of the image, and this is actually what we are looking for. So let's see where that this came from. So here I'll be copying this class selector, and I'll be moving back to my IDE here, that it does look a bit messy. So let me just close all of these files here and go to our theme directory, the devs directory, CSS, and here I could go to components, and normally you are looking for slider or image slider or something like that. So this is our file that is possibly containing what we are looking for, and kaboom. So here we have carousel inner with a height auto. This is not what I'm looking for, but we have also another property here that is containing the light that we are looking for. So let me put that into a comment. Okay, unfortunately seems like the commenting shortcut is not set. Sorry. All right, now you have to for sure make sure that the compiler is running somewhere on your machine that is watching the changes. Okay, so this should work well, and we are expecting to see that green message or the green lines telling that everything went well. Okay, great. Now we could test our changes. So let me put this to the side and Control F5. And here we go, pretty cool. Okay, so we have full height image depending on the image height, or full height slider depending on the image height. And now what is missing is actually to remove this spacing left and right, and also this ugly box shadow. I believe that is not there. Yep. So back to our inspector. All right. So here, what do we have? We have a carousel and this ugly lorem, don't worry about it. And we have this filled container. So if you still remember what we did in the previous episode, if I take you back to layout booth columns, and where we called the widget for the PS image slider, we placed inside the container fill with. But here it's okay to use this class, but we need to respect the way let's say Prestashop class are meant to be built, let's say, if you can say that. So here we need to actually add row in a simple. I don't know why the hell the autocomplete is not working today with VS Code, but here no problem. So you'll be adding another div here that will be containing a class property equals to row. All right, and let me move this up. Oh, nothing is working actually today. Weirdo, really weird. So let me do this manually here. Okay, format a bit the code. Pretty cool. So we have the widget right there. Now I would like to test this out. All right, so refreshing again. I just want to see if I need to add the column class or not, because here, as you may see, we start to have this horizontal scroll bar, which is not good for our template. So let's see what we have to do with that. So let me remove the filter, and there is a property with a row here that it does margin negative left and right, and we need to fix that into our element. So here we could wrap it inside, let's say wrap it inside a column D12, or try to do that somewhere here on the element. So if it's margined like -15, we need to push it 15 again, or to margin right 15 and margin left 15, and we still have that spacement. So let me just play a bit with these values. So margin right must be 5, 2, 3. Well, that could be a bad idea, so let me just do this. Come on. Holy cow. So let me create the div that will contain class call 12 for now. I think I need a new keyboard. So let's see if that will fix the problem for me. Elsewhere we'll be adapting a very custom solution, but we still have this ugly scrolling, which is not good. I don't need that. So again, back to the element, inspected, and I need to see if this call is applied. So actually here I use the wrong class. So what about doing call simply? Now it does not show up. What about column D12? Yep, there you go, it's working, but again, I still have this padding, or this, let's say, spacement between the right and left. I need to get rid of that. So here I will override the properties of this class. One of them is normally the padding, which is this one, and I will do padding 0. Okay, but it will lead me again to the problem that this element have a scroll. So how to solve that? Well, it's a bad situation to say, but I need to create a new rule here. So what I'm going to do here is copy that and get rid of all this class, and I will create actually a new div that will have simply new selector with an ID, and let's call this slider wrapper. Okay, so this way I'll guarantee that no class will be interfering with the margin and the padding of my element. It's a bit more work, but no problem, just to avoid a bit of a hassle with the grid. So we still have this spacement, but I can deal with it better without bootstrap classes. So this is our slider, and let me add a border of 5 pixels, solid, dark, whatever. So just I could see what is going wrong here. And what about limit the width to, let's say, 99%. Okay, let's go to 100%. Get rid of the borders, but we still have a bit of scrolling here. Okay, so here let me just show you one of the tips that I use always in case I have this kind of scroll. I do start to target all the elements, and I do border bottom, and I do 1 pixel solid red. Okay, and this way I could scroll to the right or the left, and I could see what kind of element is actually causing this problem. And by looking here, I do see that these arrows are causing a bit of problem, because as you may see here, I don't know if I can zoom a bit. Do I have a loop here? Can I have a loop or zoom or something in Windows? Change zoom. Okay, well, forget that. Forget that. I'll be zooming that probably in the post edit, but we have some millimeters of extra here. So the solution is there's multiple solution for sure, but here I will keep it simple, and I will do overflow hidden. That immediately fix the problem for me, and I could save that. So here I'll be moving back to image slider, and I will keep this dependent of other element, and I will do max width or overflow hidden, and for sure the max width must be 100%. Pretty cool. All is green. Let's test this out again. 17 minutes. Whoa, that's a lot. All right. So we have our element, but we have only one image. This is why we cannot scroll that. Now I'd like to get rid of that ugly box shadows. I don't like it so much. So here I'll go back to this, click to the direction of the carousel inner, and where does it came from? So it's in the carousel here, and box shadow, just have to remove that, which is normally this line. Come on. Okay, nice. Then okay, let me just check this one and back to the design. Okay, so it does merge somehow inside the whole design, because we have white background and this kind of gray, so there is a bit of differentiation. We need to update the body that that our new image does fit. So this must be pure white, and this is actually inside the wrapper. So I don't know actually where this property is located, but I suppose it's kind of global, so it must be somewhere here. So wrapper, background light gray. We need to go to see if I can have another color. So you go to partial variables, and I'm looking for the white. Anybody is hosting the white? There we go. We have a white color, so we could use this color here. Alright, it seems like it's not safe to assign a btn variable to a background, but no problem. Just to avoid recreating variables and all that kind of hassles, no, we need to customize this kind of box information, whatever. So again, quickly inspect that. We have this direction, not the direction, but inside the LE we have an href that's containing a figure. That this figure does contain a fig caption, that is one. All right. So I will start by doing a background red as always. I kinda famous with using these colors. So let me do a position absolute, left 0, right 0, and oh, that didn't work. Top 0 and bottom 0, margin auto. Here we go. This is awkward, but here just missing one thing, which is setting up the height, the max height of this element. So let's add that. So height, let's say that I need a 200 pixel. There we go. Let's add a bit of padding. Let's do 2 em. Okay, that's it seems like it's not enough for the text. So let's go with a width. So let's do a 400 pixel width. That didn't take effect because why? Do we have a max width? There we go. We have a max width property here that we need to get rid of that later. What about increasing this to something like 400 something? The problem that here we have a lot of text comparing to the design, so we need to deal with that too. And what else? So this background is actually white. Oh, and we need to update the color here, so we'll be using this kind of color. The text is a kind of centered, so text align center. There we go. And I think we have something here inside this, which is a P, which is it does contain a P tag color white, no problem. So let me save that. So we'll be getting rid of all these properties that are not needed. Okay, so remove this, remove the bottom, remove the left. Position absolute, it's already absolute, but no problem. Okay, let me select this and scroll a bit to the top. There we go. And we are looking for caption. So it's inside the image slider. We are looking for caption. This one, save that. Okay, a bit of indentation. There we go. Now we could target this this P. We should simply update it to a red color. What about this color? Whoa, that's a lot of text comparing to the design, but who cares? Let's pick this color, and this is the caption. So here I would like to replace this with this, and there we go. What about a bit of border radius? We don't need that. So that's look really ugly, but no problem. As I said, the text is controllable, so you have to set up your info in the admin panel and you'll be good to go. Now quickly let's move to these arrows. So inspecting this, and let's see how these arrows are made. So we have a material icon with that. I think that we cannot do a lot of things, so let's do material, icons, and let's see if I find another arrow that is close to this. So here I will do arrow. No. Okay, for now I will pre-select this. In case I do not find any other arrow, I'll be using that one. And do we have any other arrow? No. Well, okay, this is the one actually used. Well, it seems like we cannot find. Well, what about these two? These ones look good. So here we have to go back to our design and try to figure out where does this came from. So from the very first glance, this is actually coming from the TPL, because scrolling a bit to the top, we could say that we have the slider.tpl inside the command. So go back to your IDE, and from there go to the themes directory, modules, and slider. So here type slider, image slider, go to a slider, this one, and here let's search for that directions. So these are the directions, and these are actually the left and right. So this is the icon next. So icon next normally is the one that is to the right, and this is the previous. All right, so the one I did copy here is actually the back. So let me copy the correct code selector. So this is the next, and where is the previous? There we go. Let's replace that one there, and let's use the forward here. I'm not sure that these class are actually supported by this version, but let's try that and hope that this will work. All right, now, well, okay, it's actually working. Pretty cool, nice. We need to make them bigger and remove that ugly, no sense box shadows. So where does it came from? So this span here, and we could quickly do a box shadow filter. And is that one? Not this one. Where does it came from? Well, box shadow directions, no direction, no. Whoa, I'm a bit confused here, but I cannot see any shadow. Okay, forget about that. I won't waste more time on this no sense things. All right, so the slider is working well, and let me just remove this because it's really ugly. I suppose it's inside the both layout column. Nope, it's inside one of these. So whether here or page. There we go. Well, the heck is going on? It's inside slider. All right, remove that. Okay, just one more thing before that we finish up this video. Is this space between the slider and the menu, let's say that, and let's see how we can fix that. So what is this? This is actually the wrapper, and it have some padding top, which is this one, and by removing that, everything is gone. So there is a bit of property, something to really pay attention here, because removing that space could cause problem in another pages. So we need to target only the, let's say, the index page. And to target the index page, you simply have to go to the body and see the kind of ID. So here we have an ID index. So what we have to do here is, what is this file, by the way? So it's theme.scss, and you have to do added actually new property like this. So you have to do index. Oops, what was that? So index, I suppose it's something like this, if I'm not wrong. So we have simply to do padding top 0. Okay, I hope that is correct syntax. Let's test this out. Come on. Okay, refresh the page. Okay, it does finish here. Refresh the page, please, and it does work. Pretty cool. So my syntax was correct. So that was pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully you liked what we did. As always, I'm not good with colors, as you might see here. So big shout out to all of you guys for supporting these channels. Thank you for your good comments. I do appreciate that, and it's really a pleasure that I could share something that people may like and help them to get some jobs or some missions, some money. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you're not subscribed to this channel, just make sure you subscribe, because I'll be uploading more of this kind of content, and also leave a good comment, because that's really cool. Thank you for watching. The code of this theme is available on GitHub, and the link is in the description of this video. If you are interested on any of my courses about Prestashop, you could find the links in the description of this video. No more talking, thank you and peace.